What's going on, guys, and welcome to the first episode of the Games That Made Us. I am your host, Johnny Blitz, and I got my buddy Funko over here who decided to join me. He's probably going to be walking around in the background, but whatever. And today we're going to be talking about the video game franchise SHENMUE. SHENMUE was released in 1999 or 2000 in America for the Sega Dreamcast. Now, the Sega Dreamcast didn't have a very long shelf life. I believe it was from 1998 until like about 2001, 2002. So like 3 or 4 years shelf life. It was way ahead of its time. There wasn't that many games for it, in the opinion of the public. But I loved it. I had a lot of fun with the Dreamcast, and this was one of my favorite games for it. Now, this game involves a character in Japan, and his name is Ryo Hazuki, but it is pronounced Dio. And his father is killed by a mysterious man named Lam D, who supposedly killed one of Lam D's partners, but as I don't want to ruin it or go into spoilers, but there's a little twist to that of why Lam D was mad at Dio's father. And this is basically a detective game. It's a lot of walking around and talking and asking questions to everybody in the village. I mean, you can rush through it if you know and you look up who to talk to, but the object is to fill up your book as much as possible. It's just if you're a completionist. And there's little side quests and stuff in this game that you can do as well. There's like a kitten that one of the little girls in the village finds, and you feed it, and if you don't feed it, the kitten dies. But when they re-released these to PS4 with the first and second game in the collection, you got to do trophies on the PlayStation, which was actually pretty cool. So like collecting the gacha toys from the quarter machine was one of them, doing the kitten, talking to certain people, doing certain things, helping the guy find the address that he's looking for, like these little side quests that made the game more fun. And then they released, I believe it was in 2002 in America, or 2001, they released SHENMUE 2, but it was only in Japan. Oh, so they really didn't release it in America. You can buy it in America, but it was Japanese, and you had to buy a special disc for the Dreamcast to play imported games. Like, you would put the disc in, it would say, okay, insert disc, and you would insert the other game. And it was in total Japanese, and you had to read the English subtitles. Now, SHENMUE 2, I loved it, but it was lacking something for me that the first one did, but I did love it. It just wasn't what the first game was to me. And then I believe in 2016, 2018, in between those years, they released SHENMUE 3, which was made from a Kickstarter. And this game to me lacked. I enjoyed it. I'm glad that I thought it was going to put an end to the story, but it didn't. Spoiler alert. But the fighting system in this game is terrible, in my opinion. It's way too hard. It's clunky. It's AI spawns moves, and they cheese a lot of things in the game. But like the little Easter eggs and stuff that they put in the game was the thing that made me love this game. Running into old characters from the first and second game was awesome. But the first one is just iconic. Just I could play that game over and over again, and you always find some new things to put in the book. I think out of all the times I played it, like going through and talking to everybody, I was missing one empty page in the book, and it royally pissed me off. But a lot of times it's like now we're close to being full or halfway full. But I think I need to go through and do a playing where I collect all the gacha toys, go on to the second one, collect all the gacha toys. But unfortunately, they were supposed to make it where you can port the toys from the second into the third game, but you can't. So if you go ahead and you do all the toys in the second game, it's just a big waste of time unless you're a completionist or you're looking to get the achievement. But I highly recommend playing this game if you haven't. You could probably get a Dreamcast. I mean, it's probably pricey, but if you're looking to play this, you can buy the first 2 games on PlayStation for like $15 or $20, and I think the third game is on sale for $5 as well, so you can get all 3 games for $15, $20, and it's totally worth playing. It's an absolute, like, the graphics are terrible. I mean, for this time period. Back then, It was very impressive. The mouths like move very weirdly, but getting used to that is the only thing that I have a problem with. But out of like 1 to a 5, I would give this series like a 3.5 out of 4. There's some things in it that I don't like. I mean, the first one was close to perfect in my opinion, except for the way that Dio or Rio, however you want to pronounce it, would move. He would like glitch sometimes and just literally stand there and like glitch out. But at the time, I think the Dreamcast was way ahead of its time with virtual memory cards and different controller and being able to play online. It was just something new. But I recommend playing this, at least the first 2 games. You can skip the third one and watch videos online of how the story supposedly ends. But thank you guys for watching. This is not going to be a long video. The franchise is not that big. It's not that huge. It has its fan base, and the hardcore fans like me know what it is. Stay tuned when I go live next time. Hopefully live. We're going to try to work things out where we can do it live and go through StreamYard, where me and my friend Sal, where we talk about Doom, the Doom franchise in its entirety, which is a much bigger franchise. And you know we're going to shit on Doom 3. Thank you guys for watching. I am your host, Johnny Blitz. And with me, it's either you're with me or you're against me, because I am the best player in the game and there is nothing you can do